Hey guys, Parry here. Hello, it's me, Parry. And as you see, it's just myself. You just get this big picture of me with my arms cut off. Now, I made this for like my profile pic on Discord, but since there's no one else here, I can just put this here. Especially since if you just go, if I get rid of this, right? And then you open up the Discord version, if that's gonna open. Yeah, if you look at that, like, look how ugly it kind of looks. It's like part of with the green screen, part of my eye goes out. But anyways, that's besides the point. We're not talking about that right now. Today, we'll be talking about cleaning up, but just the channel in general. Cause I'm not sure if you noticed, but I recently hit 150 subs, which is 152 to be specific, but that's awesome. And like, the weird thing was, here's the weird thing, is that like when I reached 150 subs, it just didn't really phase me. And like when you put it more in perspective, it's like, wow, I really did reach it. Like think about it, I'm closer to 200 subs than being to 100 subs. Like I have less subscribers to get to 200 and to go back down to 100. So that's really amazing, especially with all the school, because I just hit like 100 in like a few months ago, back in like April, end of April. Pretty much 3 months, about 3 months. And yeah, I wonder if like the next 3 months are gonna just reach 200, which would be awesome. Yeah. But anyways, let's go talk about the channel. Yeah, the channel. The main conversation. As you see, the name of this podcast is called CleanerUpper. It's a reference to the old name of the channel, CleanerUpper, that went on until like end of 2019 or early 2020. End of 2019, yeah. Now the reason for that name, and also, yeah, in the very beginning, it started with us cleaning up of the downer surface, but then it was showing the cleaner upper at some point, I think in 2018. But anyways, the reason for that name, the inspiration for that name was, there was this one time in tech class, like in 6th grade, right? And I guess there was like some whatever dropped on the floor, and then I cleaned it up, and I was just referring to myself as cleaner up of the downer surface. I don't know why, but I just stuck that name with my channel. And then the reason why I changed it is because, first off, I was starting like October 2019, same time that there's first signs of COVID. Not exactly reported, but it's the first signs of COVID that has nothing to do with the fact that I also started to become a plague doc by that time. But anyways, yeah, I started to become a plague doc by that time. I decided, hey, Parry the Plague Doc is probably a more fitting name for a channel than CleanerUpper. So I went with that. Now, let's go over each era, because I kind of classify on each part of the channel and each era, And also, but I forgot to tell you, we're almost reaching like 4 years of this channel, more or less just technically this account existing, yeah. But let's go back to channel in the early days, which is pretty much just the entire channel in 2017. So, like, it was really bare bones, per se, it was really just recordings, mostly of Roblox, mostly of Ultimate Driving, which has been kind of a thing of the channel. Of course, it kind of died recently in the channel. Like in the past months, you haven't seen much Ultimate Driving. But anyways, yeah, like there was a lot of Roblox and then some other stuff, as well as like more mobile games. Like I was looking back to the catalog of videos back then, and you can see me playing more mobile games, and I was just like silent. I didn't really have my mic on, and the times I did have my mic on, god damn, I ain't like, I'm not exactly sure squeaky. It's squeaky. I mean, it is high pitched, but not squeaky as you call it. It's like it's kind of weird. It's like I sounded really more New Yorkin back then, like more New Yorkish. I had more of that accent coming out back then than now. Or maybe I even have it now. It just deepened in pitch. But yeah, and damn, I'm good at forgetting things. But yeah, pretty much it was just gameplay videos. Like really simple. There was no like commentary. Though I remember there was this one gameplay video, Pixel Gun 3D, if you remember that. I think it's definitely still going on, but I remember I did specifically edit it, and I was like proud of that, but I was looking back to it, the humor's kind of out there, especially the one part where it's like we played this thing but slow, that's one of the most annoying things to try to be funny, and that was in there. Of course, it's looking in 2020 hindsight, or should I say 2021 hindsight, because it's 2021. Did you know? I didn't know that. I learned that yesterday. I thought it was 3035. But anyways, that's besides the point. Let's talk about the next era, which is the rise of the channel in 2018 now. Very beginning of 2018, like in January, February. I guess it still was kind of like 2017, though I guess the content got a little better in quality, maybe. I'm not sure. But like by March, April, the channel started to rise in subs, and the reason for that was because I think I told my friends, like I remember in an art class, I told my friends, and one of them was Santos, which was in a podcast all the way back in like episode 5, season 1, yeah. So like I told him, and then someone else I'm not gonna name because doxing reasons. I told them about my channel. I was like, oh wow, and then I guess they started talking about more with the other people and stuff, and then bam, I got popular, I guess. Well, not exactly popular per se, but like the channel rose because of that. Of course, it was mostly kind of out of like memes, not like it's not exactly out of like my actual content. It's like, hey, it's kind of funny to like sub to this guy. Of course, it's not exactly making fun of me. It kind of went along with, and also back then I uploaded a lot of Fortnite stuff. So, and as well as the school also kind of like Fortnite, so that kind of I guess merged well. Like I remember we were talking about the I killed Ninja in Tilted Towers video all the way back in that April Fools, and it has like at least 100 views right now, I think. But yeah. So the next era is actually doesn't want to expand the 2018 era, but in 2018, the Christmas of 2018 to be specific, that's when Gucci Ornament came out, and that's kind of started this kind of tradition throughout the channel of like, hey, I'm gonna do a Christmas song each year, and yes, I'm gonna do it for 2021 if you're wondering. But yeah. And next up is 2019. 2019 is a pretty hard thing to explain, because I kind of consider that like not exactly a dark age. Well, I mean, it kind of is a dark age compared to the other eras, but like not as much uploads and stuff. And then like later 2019, there started to be a little more uploads, but not too much. But like it was mostly kind of playing with friends and stuff. It was like more like by that time it was more like I was talking with like I was doing the channel like for my friends, with my friends. I mean, not with my friend, before them. Like I'm making it sound like they were taking advantage of me, but they were not. It's just the content, I guess, was like more relevant to our human stuff. I guess it was really popular, but really trying to get popular with it. I'm not exactly sure to describe it, but yeah. But then in like, I guess that continued a little bit in early 2020, but then the pandemic started, which I guess started a new era. And that new era is where I really started to use the Plague Doc persona, which I only adopted like in October to December of 2019, but then I really adopted it then. you know. And I remember back in March, and this was like before everything closed down. Back in March, I was thinking, hey, I'm gonna start going back onto the channel, one video at least 1 week, you know. And I tried to do that, but then I kind of failed. But still, I kind of got something up, Like I got this one video going, this map in Ultimate Driving beta map, Newark, and that got a lot of views. And then there's a bit more quality videos per se. And there was also then later on, like the summer of 2020, which I don't know why that really feels like a nail more than just the channel, but that was just something. The summer of 2020, but anyways, by the summer of 2020, I picked up on this video editor called Olive, and then I picked up on how to like move the frames each by each. So then I started making all those edits, which only wasn't on YouTube. It was on some other platform, but yeah. So it like I can't remember. I have bad. Well, I'm just kind of get bad at getting off guard, But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I did those edits, and those are like good quality videos, not like the best compared to the best, but like they're definitely good quality compared to the rest of what the channel had done, like in all the previous years and stuff. And then I guess one of the real changes started in like August of 2020. And that's when Herb streamed Fortnite, and I was in there. And there was just like one funny clip, but like I don't know, but there was a helicopter, yeah, and I was like just trying to guide it, but then I ended up actually heading towards them, and that was just really funny. So I decided to clip that and upload it to my channel. But then that kind of started something where like, hey, I kind of want to go back to it. So after that video, I continued uploading videos for like a week straight, and then I said, hey, from now on, I'm gonna just upload a video once a week. I'm still been pretty successful with that to this day, so it's good. I didn't let myself down. But yeah. So then September comes around, in the very beginning of September, I guess maybe in the end of August, there was a lot of Fortnite streams. It was easy to stream games, and that counted as an upload for me. But then I had this idea: what if I did a podcast? It was kind of inspired by Treebean, in fact, fun fact, because I was like thinking, no, I was thinking, he was thinking of doing a podcast. I was thinking, well, I can do a podcast, and it's like streaming where I just talk, So then, yeah, so pretty much the podcast just started, because it was kind of easy content, and it still kind of is, but of course I put more effort in with the edited podcast and stuff, and then the background, the thumbnails, the getting the guests. And I see I didn't do so well in getting the guests for this podcast, but everyone was busy this week. So yeah. And I didn't want to get any people who really didn't understand, I guess. But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, so I started the podcast, and then I say from September to December was this era where I actually started going back into like the channel and stuff. And then holiday break hits, and I said, hey, what if on each day of holiday break I upload a video? Well, at the same time I work on a way bigger edit, which is other changes. And then, yeah. So then I kept on like working on video shots the entire weekend. I was kind of impressed, but I guess like it's like looking back at it, and like I guess the kind of situations like oh that's kind of cool how I uploaded so much, and like those kind of days, especially while editing something else bigger. It's kind of insane. But yeah, then after that I started to do it like more of our uploads in like Monday and Wednesday, And I would consider January kind of a transition period to another era, which I guess is January to March. Well, it was like kind of like a continuation of the era before that, when I actually started getting back in. But this time there was, I guess, more quality, more stuff, and it expanded to more audience clearly because each video in each of those months got at least 100 views, and it still kind of goes on throughout this entire year. And the only month that's an exception to this rule, the only 2 months is August, because we have only been 13 days in August, and May. And speaking of 13 days, did you know it's Friday the 13th? Did you know that? What if all the guests have just been killed by... Damn, I'm stupid. Who was the killer in Friday the 13th? What if they were just scared of the killer finding them, and then the killer's finding me went up. What was that knocking on the door? Anyways, yeah. So let's continue. Yeah. So by March, not March, spring break, which is in the end of March, but yeah, by spring break I decided to do a challenge again where I upload a video each time, but this time I didn't really work on a bigger video. Well, I was planning to work on a bigger video, but then I scrapped that. But then the special thing was, first off, there was this video which hit like 500 views, hundreds of views, real quick in a day or two, and I got a lot of subscribers. It's like, oh wow. And it was the first Friday Night Funkin' video on the channel. And then next week I uploaded a Friday Night Funkin' video on Monday. And it was really short, and I'm not exactly proud of it. Not it's bad, but it's really simple, and I kind of felt bad that this got a lot of views, and it reached into the thousands in 4 or 5 days, which was insane. So not only did I get a video with hundreds of views just a week before, then the next week I beat that, and not only beat that, I beat the entire record for the highest viewed video on the entire channel. And it was even on my birthday too that I hit 1,000, so that was a good birthday surprise. So then the rest of, and then the other thing was that I continued the daily upload grind. I continued it up until middle of May. And to put in perspective, that was 60 days straight of daily uploading, which I'm gonna actually put into perspective now. It's that's 2 months. And I was also doing school, keep in mind that too. And it's kind of insane. Of course, a lot of them are simple videos, but still insanity. And in general, April is just a month with a lot of videos, a lot of views, a lot of subscribers. You hit even 100 then, and yeah. And then that whole 60-day upload, the daily upload era is then there goes the era, which is, I guess, the current era, which is from mid-May to now. Okay, kind of go back to the old routine and start to not really start, but I kind of have some feelings of trying to change up things, sometimes, I guess there's more edited podcasts per se, and I'm more willing to do an edited podcast. In fact, I'm editing one right now for next week, which you will see next week, of course. But yeah, I need a drink of water. My mouth is dry. You see, your mouth kind of gets dry when you're not really talking to anyone, and there's no one in the chat as of now, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, that leads to the current day, and my thoughts on everything that has happened so far is really great, because from when I started, hey, I'm gonna start going back to the channel again, I had 66, 67 subs, and now I have 152, which means ever since then I have doubled it not even just double, but more than doubled that amount of subs. I haven't even reached. Actually, I have, because the grind was the Fortnite clip uploaded on August 13th. So yeah, it has been a year. It has been a year, and I have doubled. I've done more than doubled, not tripled, but yeah, you get my point. And it's just insane all in general. And I have a lot of views, almost 30k views. But yeah, I plan to continue this grind. But I think by the time school rolls on, which we may go back in person, I'm not exactly sure on the details. I'm not exactly. I don't work for the CDC, so or the Bureau of Education, so I don't know anything about what'll go down there. But I think, like, as I go back into school, more, I feel like the channel may slow down. Not exactly slow down, but like I may do less of the extra videos other than podcasts. I really plan to continue the podcast up until September of next year, which will make it so like in total there will be 100 podcasts in a span of 2 years. And speaking of years, we're gonna hit by the 50th podcast, aka the last podcast of the season 5. That will be 1 year of podcasting, so that's epic. That's awesome. And yeah, pretty much what to get from this message is that like I am gonna continue. I plan to continue. I got a lot of projects, not big giant but projects. Like when the baby choked tree. And the tree was really cool. But yeah. Anyways, one last thing, and this isn't about me, even though it's a CleanerUpper podcast, but it's about the other creators in Team Swagger. I bet you haven't really heard that name in a while. Team Swagger. What happened to Team Swagger? Well, pretty much what happened is just I just continue. It's still technically around, but yeah. But recently, in recent times, Streaming has been on the grind. He's been editing these videos, and the way he does it is like it's like gameplay, and he edits. So it takes a bit more of a while, of course. So yeah, and I do suggest you check him out, as well as Wusty, which has also went on to the grind, but he hasn't uploaded in a while, so I don't think. So maybe he's given up on the grind. I'm not sure. I hope he hasn't. I'll be down to collab with them, Herb, Mingus, Treebean, Wusty on their channels. I want to do something like for them. I want to not exactly make content for them. While they sit back, but like collab with them, and so they can get content on their stuff. Like they have helped get content on mine with the podcast. They're not helping this podcast, but it's understandable. They got things to do. Mingus, Herb, Herb's working, I think. He's at work, and then Mingus, I'm not sure. But I probably shouldn't specify in details, because there's not much reason, but yeah. So one last final thing. And this is for you. This is the motivational message from Parry. If you want to start something, start it at a slow pace. Like what I did with the channel, I started uploading 1 video per week, and that led to this. That led to all this success, I guess. So, and you can do that pretty much with whatever you want. You can start with like doing 1 push-up, then 2, whatever. 1 set of push-ups, 2 sets, whatever. And slowly over time, you improve, and you change for the better. Hopefully you're not doing it for the worse, like, once a week I'm gonna randomly beat up a homeless man. Girl, I'm so evil. And then over time I'll beat up 2 homeless men per week, then 3 homeless men, then all 50 homeless people. I'm not sure why there's only 50 homeless people, but yeah. But I'm not gonna suggest you beat up homeless people, but I suggest you use that message for doing good things, not evil things, unless it's building evil contraptions like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. But yeah, that's besides the point. Oh wait, who are you?